Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day, or beautiful night, wherever you guys are out there in the world. I really want to take a second to just reflect on what's happening in this space, specifically around the XRP community. I want to ask all of you out there watching right now a serious question, and I want you all to drop your response down in the comments. How have you been feeling about XRP in the last couple weeks? Because I've been around this space for a while, and I truly believe that right now, the overall sentiment around the XRP community is at the lowest point ever. I mean, we're talking about going all the way back to December of 2020 when we got the lawsuit dropped on us. I mean, this is nowhere even close to that. Guys, hopelessness, frustration. I mean, it's crazy right now. I've been witnessing prominent names around the XRP community turning on XRP. Everyone is getting so frustrated at a time where I truly believe it is a big mistake to be. There was a post by Yassine Mubarak over on X, and what do you see? Having been in the XRP community for a very long time, I can honestly say I've never seen so many in the community so deflated, so frustrated and angry. Hopelessness permeating through many posts. This is actually worse than the time we were in the midst of fighting the SEC lawsuit. The community back then had resolve and determination. We had a goal that united all of us. We circled the wagon around the vision that a Ripple victory meant we reached the promised land. That vision of a promised land is now getting crushed by the reality of XRP impotence, and by the wave that is carrying other alts while leaving XRP behind, slowly drowning. I close by mentioning this quote. There are defining moments in a life when faced with the choice of giving up or carrying on. Now again, listen, I could easily say, I'm done talking about XRP on this channel. I'm moving away from it. Price action has been flat. That would be the easy thing for me to do, but guess what? I don't believe in that. I don't believe in the fact that XRP is done. I don't believe in the fact that XRP is it's nothing special, because a lot of people are changing their tune now. I put out a post regarding this. I said, it's easy to get caught up in the short term. Most of us want things to happen in the shortest amount of time, but that's not how things work. You don't go to the gym on Monday and be in shape by Friday. It takes a lot of time, discipline, and dedication. The same exact thing can be said about investments. You don't invest on Monday and become financially free by Friday. There is a ton of great short-term opportunities in this market, but I think the greatest opportunities are the long-term ones. I look at companies like Ripple that have been utilizing blockchain technology to revolutionize specific pieces of our global system. Now, I ask you a simple question. Do you think something like that happens overnight? And I want to know everyone's answer on that. Because I feel as though a lot of people are under the impression that XRP should be at a specific price right now because this and that. The lawsuit, Ripple adoption, things like this. I think the biggest misconception around Ripple with XRP is Ripple payments, right? On-demand liquidity. When we actually look at that specific use case, it's not going to create as much price appreciation as most people are anticipating. Why do I say that? Well, I've always talked about it. On-demand liquidity, Ripple payments, right? Because it got rebranded. It creates a demand layer for XRP. That demand layer creates a floor for XRP. Now, there's not as much use as most people are thinking around Ripple payments right now, but it has been growing and it has been expanding. That's creating a demand and a foundation for XRP so that when we mix in retail use, we mix in the XRP ledger use, we mix in a lot more adoption of Ripple payments. Now we are talking about price appreciation. Because guess what? All of that demand, even with the supply of XRP, there's not enough. But we're still some time away. I said there are players in this space doing incredible things with this next generation technology. I talk heavily about a lot of these projects and so many other great projects. These projects and the teams behind them are truly changing the way the world works. In my opinion, this is one of the most incredible opportunities that we have right now. Over the course of the next few years, we will see blockchain and DLT converge with the traditional world. A lot is changing, whether we want to admit that or not. We have 93% of the central banks exploring digital currencies, organizations like the IMF, the BIS, the World Bank, etc., addressing the coming revolution of digitalization, tokenization, and even AI. We are in the beginning stages of the fourth industrial revolution. It will overshadow the internet boom and everything prior. I love the short-term opportunities, but the long-term opportunities is what I am really here for. This change doesn't happen instantly, and most will miss it because of that fact. Time is everyone's biggest kryptonite. Master patience, and you will outperform everyone. Don't let what happens in a day, a week, a month, or even a year cloud your judgment and take your focus off of what's coming. Stay focused, remain vigilant, and don't let this opportunity go to waste. Now, again, I have been watching and looking into every single aspect around the BIS, the IMF, the World Economic Forum, all of that for years and years and years. And guess what? There's one player that is constantly named in all the documents and all the PDF files. There's a lot of quotes and a lot of sayings that could be tied right back to Ripple. And guess what? It's all surrounding Ripple. It's all surrounding blockchain, DLT, the coming revolution. And we're sitting here and people are getting deflated at a time where I feel as though it's just one of the worst times to be deflated because there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on outside of price appreciation, and I get it. We all want the price to go up. But sitting there and looking at the chart and getting frustrated and getting, annoyed with it, that's not going to do anything for you. It really isn't. Most of the market is having a short-term sell-off. There's been a ton of selling pressure from Grayscale around the Bitcoin ETF. And a lot of this is causing pain within the altcoin market, which I talked about heavily. I am remaining extremely patient because I do believe that we are headed in towards the next major cycle. But also beyond that, right, we are witnessing one of the largest shifts in history around a technological advancement like nothing ever seen before. But beyond that, Ripple President Monica Long on this week's episode, don't be the sheep that follows the herd in times of winter. My advice is to lean into the future. Check this out.
There's when crypto hits crypto summer, it's hot and everyone wants to be a part of this industry. And I definitely have noticed in this latest winter, even the pitch decks from different developers that we used to see, maybe back in 2022 that were all about Web3, they now flip to AI as the headline of what they're selling.
Right. They might be coming back now. So
yeah. So don't be the sheep that follows the herd in the times of winter. You could see that. I guess my advice is to lean into the future. I know that right now, regulatory climate, where's the UX going to fall? Is the ETF going to get approved? Like, where does the world stand on crypto blockchain? Also, frankly, just in the wake of some of the big headlines around Binance and FTX. There's this kind of cloud over the industry. But with taking on risk comes great reward. And I think that, from a purpose standpoint, being a part of building this future is really meaningful.
Now, of course, Monica Long actually quoted this and said, "My first and hopefully not last time on Chain Reaction, discussing everything from early use of the XRP ledger to the inevitability of crypto plus blockchain being used at scale for global finance, maybe even intergalactic in the distant future. And we have, as we build enterprise-grade infrastructure solving for on and off ramps, compliance, liquidity, and more, this foundation for future real-world applications becomes reality." And again, this is where we are at right now. Like, we are at that point in time where those that are sticking around, those that are building, those that are focused on the end goal, the future, they are going to be massive players in this world of, digitalization. This is why I also believe that when we look at tokens like XRP and we look at, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Casper, all of these big players, these heavy hitters in this market, they are going to be crucial and vital pieces of this new world that is being built around us. One of the big things that I've been focused on is what the IMF has been telling us. January 20th, guys, look at this. This is the cost of cross-border payments. The global average cost of sending $200 from one country to another was about $12.50. Guys, this is the average cost in the first quarter of 2023, or 6.25% according to the World Bank. Cheaper cross-border payment services would benefit people and economies worldwide. Guys, it is urgent that we have this problem solved. Look at the percentage in terms of fees. I mean, this is insane to me. You're talking about 14 all the way up to 52% in terms of fees. That is crazy. But here you also have Kristalina Georgieva, the managing director of the IMF, at the World Economic Forum annual meeting, Davos 2024. We need a more equitable and inclusive world that is better for everyone. Check this out.
It is very important to recognize that majority of people on this planet are actually very good people, and they know we have a very big crisis. And they are willing and very often doing the right thing. Our problem today is that we have a very loud minority of hate, of anger, and the voice of rational behavior and wisdom and goodness gets sometimes brought down. I lead an economic institution, and I want my institution to be that voice of reason, but also goodness. We need more equitable, more inclusive, a world that is for everybody a better place. So amplify the voice of goodness.
Now, of course, when I hear these words, the only thing that I really think about is that open, inclusive financial system that they've also been talking about that is equitable and inclusive. And guess what? Go back to September of 2020, Ripple and the Moha Loop Foundation creating a more financially inclusive future. And again, this also talked about equitable offerings around payments, around finance. But guess what? Just recently, and this is like 2023, Ripple Impact, global collaboration for a more equitable, sustainable, and inclusive economy. I mean, it's kind of comical to have these types of conversations and have these types of articles written up that are basically the same exact thing that these elite organizations like the IMF are calling for, and Ripple is a major player behind this as well. And I feel as though a lot of people are not focused on this. Everyone is still focused on just what's XRP's price going to be tomorrow. I actually know people that will sit there and look at the chart on the 15-minute time frame. Do you know how crazy that would drive you? Sitting there, looking at the 15-minute chart. That is not what I'm here for. I'm not here to look at a chart all day. I'm not here to say, oh, XRP's still at this price, because I don't care to. I care to connect the dots. I care to look at what's actually going on. I care to look at the change happening here. This is their financial inclusion aspect. And guess what? They are talking about CBDCs. From enabling low cost and always on remittances in emerging markets to building central bank digital currency solutions for governments, working to increase financial inclusion. Our global crypto solutions are underpinned with the democratizing power of blockchain technology. Together with our partners and customers, we are working to transform a global financial system to meet the ever-evolving everyday needs of everyone, everywhere. And their partners, when you look at them, the World Economic Forum, Moha Loop, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And am I bullish on these names? No. But these are names that are tied to a lot of the major changes happening. They're the names behind a lot of the things that currently, right now, are going on in the world. And again, you have the IMF at the World Economic Forum Davos meeting. That is a Ripple partner. And here you actually have them talking about how they're transforming a global financial system. 1.4 billion people are unbanked and nearly 2 billion more can be considered underbanked. They are solving this through blockchain. And again, you can even see them talking about the World Economic Forum's Crypto Impact and Sustainability Initiative. Ripple is on track to achieve carbon net zero by 2030. Again, all of this is tied right back to the elites. Ripple has been entrenched within the elites. They've been connected with them for a very long time. And I don't bet against the elites. Because guess what? 9 times out of 10, they are very successful. But Ripple, outside of the elites, Ripple is a company that has been expanding so damn fast. They've become a global giant in the payments and the fintech space. But also the lawsuit, right? The SEC lawsuit. I told you guys it is nonsense. Like everything that we have been noticing up to now with the price action, the major sell-offs, the SEC lawsuit, this bearish tweet, that bearish tweet. Oh, this happened, that happened. FTX imploded, Luna imploded. Like all of these big events that cause max pain in this market. It's utilized against you psychologically, emotionally, mentally, physically. They want you to go through hell in this space so that you get shaken out and you never turn back. You never come back to this space. I always say, and it's a funny quote, but I always say it to people that I'm talking to. I go, once you're in crypto for a year, you will never be the same. You will never be the same because not only do you go through the massive ups and downs, you also learn a lot of things. You do the research and you find out a lot of these deep connections and you're just questioning everything around you from, how life actually works to, why is everyone following all of these roles and why is everyone still believing in this financial system that is completely made up? It's nonsense and it's broken. We need change. And that's what's happening here. We are seeing a massive change coming, a major reset, if you will. And that's what you learn when you get into crypto. You can see it. It's so damn clear. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And also, guys, go check out NordVPN. Links down in the description below, as well as in the comments below. 63% off right now utilizing my link. This is so much more than just a VPN. You have threat protection, mesh net, dark web monitor, dedicated IP, and a lot more. Guys, go check out NordVPN. Links down in the description below. This is in the comments below. And like I said, 63% off right now for a limited time only. And guys, the best part is you could pay with crypto. So go check it out if you haven't already. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.